Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Yay, like this is going to be fun. So yay! All right. So yay, thank you. You might win something here in a second. So my name's Robyn Bergeron. Some of you know me. I used to work on Fedora, now I work on Ansible. We also sponsored this, so we have this amazing lightning talk for which I enlisted many of my friends who are all in sessions that are also going on simultaneous to this, and we're leading up to this. And after some ping pong, I decided we're going to have some fun here. I'll make the best of my corporate sponsorship dollars. Who's played slideshow roulette before? No one. Okay, it's not that hard. We're going to talk about Ansible. This is literally the Ansible sales deck from Red Hat, or at least the first 6 slides or so of it. And I'm assuming, who here has not used Ansible before? Is anyone here unfamiliar with Ansible? Well, you guys are going to learn a bunch of stuff from the rest of us. And in exchange for these things, limited edition swag. I only have these 2 pairs of Ansible socks. You may have seen Jim Whitehurst wearing them on the stage at Red Hat Summit. Ansible fuzzy beanie, no longer made. Several lovely Ansible hoodies. So if you are willing to come up here and give a slide, unseen, if you've used Ansible or you've heard of Ansible Tower, you will be able to talk to the very simple slides that are replete with diagrams and bullet points. So I'm looking for, 5 or 6 volunteers. I only have 10 minutes, and I've been blathering for 4 now, probably. So if a couple of y'all want to, I have placed a couple people in the audience as my backups to show you how easy it is. But I'm looking for a couple volunteers. Help me out here. Come on. All right. You, sir, come on up. Mr. Smart, you get to come on up as well. So it's not going to be that hard. See, we've got words. And if you have anything else you'd like to interject or say about why you like Ansible, that sounds great. But tell everyone who you are.
Oh, hello, I'm Robyn. I've been an Ansible user for the past 2 years. We migrated. Am I allowed to say the other? Okay. We migrated over from Chef 2 years ago. Oh, okay, wonderful. What would you like me to say?
You can talk about what's on the screen. What is Ansible automation?
Okay, simple automation language. It describes our IT environments in Ansible playbooks, so we can apply things idempotently. There are 4 other people that need to come up here too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is your slide. It's all you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Ansible Engine is a supported product. Okay. And there's a vibrant community that develops it. You don't want me to just read?
No.
Okay.
Anything else
yes.
you'd like to say? Like at the end, like
yes, and it's
I really like
grade.
Ansible because that's great too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're playing it by ear here.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Got to get some energy in there.
Yeah. I've really got tired of editing JSON, and YAML is
Didn't
great
we
and
all?
readable. So, yeah, it's made the code commits read a lot cleaner.
Awesome.
Great.
All right. Now we know what Ansible automation is. Everyone, give this fine gentleman a round of applause. I can talk to this slide pretty easily, but if somebody else would like to come up. Oh, you will also get to, you can come pick a thing out. They're socks. All right, well, people will be attacking me if you don't get them, so find me soon. I'll talk to this slide, and then no, you should talk to the next one. I'll talk about this one. I'm the community person, so I get to say things like, there are 30,000 stars. We're still not really sure in community land what that's actually indicative of, except for some people like to use it as a measurement count. I tend to look more at downloads because that actually means something, even though some of them are people hitting it repeatedly 8,000 times a day. But at least it's a trend line, right? If that drops off a cliff, then something's probably wrong. And we do have, 1,500, possibly 1,600 modules at this point. So, next slide. This is what you just volunteered for, Mr. Samard. Everybody, the man behind Aura, Mr. David Moreau-Samard.
What's awesome about Ansible is that it's cross-platform, so you can run on any distros, but you can also run on any network gear. So you have Cisco, or Juniper, or whatever switches you have, it runs on those. It's human readable, so I'm a human and I can read it. So isn't that awesome? And then what?
Yes. No, I was just making sure. Yes, definitely human.
Right. It's version controlled, so you can put your playbooks and roles and like version control, Git, or even SVN if you're into that. And it's great because your infrastructure is described as code, and you version control that code. So that's awesome. And then dynamic inventories. Your inventory of machines and servers and virtual machines and containers don't need to be a flat structure. It can be dynamic. So you can poke OpenStack, VMware, AWS, Rackspace.
Windows, even.
Windows.
People do that.
People do that.
A lot
People
of
do Windows.
do that.
And then, it's just generally awesome. Yeah, I guess.
Thanks.
Amazing.
You did great. You get to pick something out. But afterwards. Okay, who's next? See, it's not that hard. We're having fun. No pressure. I'm not going to call out Brian Stinson by name. Oh, someone else. We had another person. He's one of my plants, so you come on up here. You're a lovely plant, though, and I love you, and maybe on the next one. Unless someone else volunteers, because they can see how fun it is.
Oh my gosh. Why Ansible? My last job, we used CF Engine. At my current job, we also use CF Engine. We're using Ansible on my team. So I agree that it is simple and powerful and agentless, all unlike CF Engine. So.
Very good. I have a question.
Yes.
As a user of CF Engine, do you know if, because I know that there is a Puppet module, and in fact, OpenStack infrastructure team uses the Puppet module because they used to be Puppet, and you continue to, yes, you guys wrote the Puppet module, so they continue to execute existing Puppet stuff, but just via Ansible. So I'm curious if there's one for CF Engine, since we're up here.
We don't have any overlap in our CF Engine and our Ansible. They're basically we use Ansible for deploying services. We use CF Engine for base system, and we're trying to get out of that. But
we love Mark.
I suppose you could.
Mark Burgess
Yes.
is a nice fellow.
Yeah, I love the CF Engine, the ideas behind it, and it was super groundbreaking.
It's like
and,
the godfather
of
grandfather
configuration
of,
management.
yes, so.
And it is just old. Yes. Well, it was groundbreaking like 15 years ago.
Yeah, 15 years
If you look at CF Engine 1. It's much more human readable, I will agree with that, than a lot of other things I've seen. I found that getting to from not knowing Ansible at all to like trying to be able to do a few simple things, and it was much easier and much easier to just stage, I want to try this one thing and see what happens. We are using it for app deployment, for starting services, installing things, putting configuration files down, all sorts of things. I've also found that writing Ansible plugins to say, I want to create some DNS entries somewhere is very easy. And the agentless stuff is pretty awesome because it means I am just exactly how I test it on my computer when I'm like, I want to make this change, is actually what's going to go to production when I'm using one of the
test it like you deploy it.
Yes. When I'm writing CF Engine, I have to disable the CF Engine agent and then run something and then like run parts of it and then hope that it actually matches. And this is just I'm running exactly what I plan on running.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you ever use Ansible to get a agent into an image if there wasn't one baked into that image? Because I've seen that a lot with Puppet and with Chef.
To get another agent.
Yes, like I just got this, someone just gave me this golden image, and the golden image, they didn't bake in an agent, so now I have to figure out how to get one on there.
I think we have other teams that are doing that. My team does not. But I think I've seen ad hoc Ansible used for that sort of thing.
Yep. Okay.
That's very nice.
Cool. Give this gentleman a round of applause. Thank you. I think we talked about this. But anyone, you can read these words, or I can show them to you. All right. Who wants to talk about why automation's important? Now I'm looking at you. Come on up. Come on down. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds, so I think we're at least having fun here, right? Yes. Who's coming to the mixer tonight? Did I mention I'll have Ansible shirts tonight at the mixer? I'll start handing them out around 6 until they're gone, which hopefully won't be 6:05. But yes, go for it. Oh, and introduce yourself. Sorry.
I'm Joel, or Joel.
Okay. Which do you prefer?
Joel.
Excellent. We will do our best to call you that.
So, let's see. Automation is important. Why automation is important? Well, basically, I can only talk about this in the context that we use it.
That sounds great.
If you were doing something, well, most of the people here are doing something with OpenStack, and you have a lot of repetitive tasks that you need to carry out again and again and again and again and again. So to get that going in a way where you don't have to do it again and again, if you get a few Ansible scripts to kind of help you do what you need to do, you need to build up a server, tear down a server, pull in some applications, tear them down, and do that over and over again. Ansible is really great to do this so that you don't need human resources trying to do this over and over again. It saves you time, app development, provisioning, configuration management, multi-tier orchestration, all of these things when you get them baked in with some kind of automation system, it allows you to repeat it over and over again and expect that the results will be exactly what you got the first time.
You're awesome.
All right,
I mean,
great.
everyone was awesome, but like that was, I'm sold. If I didn't work there, you know. Thank you. I mean, unless you had more to add, but I guess I'm out of time. I don't know if there's another session in here after this. I would like to plug a couple things since nobody else is kicking me off the stage. There's a meetup. That's at 4:40 to 5:40 in room 302 and 303. So that's one of the glass wall things back here. But it's the local Vancouver meetup, and we were able to get them some passes for OpenDev to, be able to walk in this building because they're the people outside that want to see your badge. You guys have all noticed. So we'll be excited to have people from Vancouver, that live here, that just like Ansible, and we all get to hang out with them. And then you guys all know about the mixer tonight, right? That starts at 5:45, I believe, and there will be beer and wine and non-alcoholic refreshments for those of you who like to be healthy, and that is amazing. So any questions? I did not cover Ansible Tower or Ansible Network Automation, and that's okay because we had fun, right, guys? Yes. All right. Thank you to everyone who helped out, and I hope you guys are having a good afternoon. And if you talked up here, come fight over the swag, because I got a couple. These are all special things, and I don't have any more of them. I just brought them in case I needed them, and that's exactly what happened.